All right, so this is Gwendolyn Delaney with Ballet Gloria and TCFA, and we're going to do a makeup video today. Abby Lutz is our model. When you're doing your stage makeup, you want to start with a good foundation, preferably for stage something like a Max Factor foundation, pancake that you can find at Walmart or Sally's would be the perfect solution. Then you want a powder, so you can close your eyes. Once your makeup's on, you want to give it a good powder. This just helps to set everything in. You can use loosed or pressed. I prefer to work things in with a brush, but you can use a sponge and a pressed powder if you want. So we get just a nice set on everything. Then I'm going to start with the eyes. For the smaller stage areas that we're on here in Knoxville, you want to start with a lighter color over the whole eye area. I'm using this white, and we're just going to put it over the whole eye area just to open it up. Okay. Now we're going to use some natural colors just to help define the eye area. It's always good to have a really nice brush set when you're doing this. Unless told otherwise, you want to use a more natural color. And you want to start with a really good brush that has a good defining quality. So I'm going to start with sort of a taupe brown color. And we're just going to sort of create this eye area. So you're just sort of making a V shape on the outside of the eye. Okay, and then I like to take a little bit larger brush and a darker color. I'm going to go with a navy this time, just to add a little depth. Okay, I thought I'd set it out. Oh, here we go. Okay. Add a little more depth to that. And I'm going to bring this out. There's a couple different ways to do this. And Abby has nice big eyes, so we're going to use this to really create our upper line, basically. So you can see how when you use something like a dark blue or a dark purple over the brown, over that neutral color, it gives it a nice richness and doesn't just look like blue. Almost creates a slate kind of color. Okay, whole goal of this is to open the eyes up and to extend the eyes that your audience in the back row can see. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and touch up with a little highlighter underneath the eyes here. I like to use a highlighter, like a cream highlighter under the eyes. Okay. Okay. Now, we're going to use a liquid eyeliner. I do prefer liquid. You can use a pencil if you like. It needs to be a very fluid pencil, not real chalky. A couple of different ways to do this. If we're performing at Pelissippi, for instance, I'll probably just have you use one line. And you're going to start underneath the eye and just pull it straight out. Okay. And now we get to try the other eye. I'm not sure if I can get it. We'll see how this goes. And so you can see how her right eye, I got a little crooked, but that's okay. You get the idea. And then we're going to take some more of our white now and really define the space between the line and that upper shadow. And you've left that line below the eye so that you can really get the white in underneath there to really open up your space. Our audiences are small enough, our stages that we use right now have an intimate enough audience that you don't need to use a clown white. But just a powder white will work fine. If you have smaller eyes, you may want to go ahead and use an upper line, even in smaller audiences. At Fantasy of Trees, we will use the second line, and it's basically going right here from the outside of the eye. You don't need to. Come all the way across the line because we're going across the eye because we're going to use false eyelashes. This is a felt liquid pin here that I'm not used to using it, so my lines aren't perfectly straight. So go ahead and look straight at the camera at this point, and you can see how our eyes are really starting to get big and open up. All right, let's do a little more work here. At this point, I like to go personally. I like to go and do a little blush. I'll use this one over here. So we're wanting to define the cheeks. So I've got kind of a rosy color, and I'm going to come under the cheekbones here to define the cheeks. A little bit on the apple of the cheeks, down the bridge of the nose, create some good definition, and along the jawline. Dancers, because we wear our hair slicked back, I really like that you use just a little blush along the hairline. It helps keep that defined, especially if you have lighter color hair. You really want to brush a little bit of that color into your hairline right there. And it really defines the face for you. And a good trick to makeup is, once you're done, to go back and blend. Take a tissue and just wrap it over your whole face and sort of blend it all in. Good. We're going to Wrong pencil. We're going to darken her eyebrows just a little bit. You can use, you know what, you can use a pencil, but I think another option that I have always preferred as a dancer is to use a little eyeshadow. And we're going to just blend in. Let's see if you can find the color you like. Just use a little eyeshadow here to darken up the eyes. Again, just creating a little more depth to it's a little more natural effect. And you can see how that just blends right in. And then when you're done with that, I will usually take a brow brush and spray it with hairspray and shape the eyebrows with the hairspray. That also helps hold them in place while you're dancing and sweating and wiping your face off between numbers. It's a good thing to do. Okay, and then so that's your basics. That's a quick and easy basics for your stage makeup. Then we have lips. This is a rose color. It's a rosette. This is a Mary Kay rosette. I'm going to let you put your lipstick on. For Fantasy of Trees, just to put your lipstick on should be fine because most of you are only doing 1 or 2 dances. For big show days, like in December, you're going to want to line your lips and put your lipstick on, and then powder, and then put some more lipstick on. Powder sets everything, so you want to use lots and lots of powder. So we'll just go back now and do that, and so just sort of powder everything. The last thing that we haven't done today would be false eyelashes. And Abby, where are your false eyelashes? So just some basic false eyelashes. This is a great set. Not too much, not too little. When you put on false eyelashes, you're going to take the eyelash. You'll take it out of the pack and peel it off the form. Then I take the glue. I usually take my glue and I put it on a surface. And I'll take a small object like a bobby pin, and I'll run the glue along. I'll use my bobby pin to apply the glue here. And then you just apply it to the eye. The smallest part goes on the inside of the eye, and you just gently lay it along the eye here like that. I'm not going to make her go through that today. So you definitely want to wear your false eyelashes when you're on a full stage with stage lighting. There are occasions where we're in smaller audiences, when we go to churches or other various events that are a little bit smaller, intimate audience, and then you can use several layers of mascara. But when we go that route, you always want to use your eyelash curler and curl your eyelashes and use several layers of mascara. So there is your basic stage makeup. That's your basics that you want it. This is how you want it to look. The defining white between the lines could be a little bit stronger. I didn't have a stronger white today. That could be just a little stronger, but this is basically what you need to do. Thank you.